In the top stories, 3 charged in alleged multi-million-dollar fraud scheme. Special education teachers receive training in digital creation tools, and the federal government and Nevis Island administration align on energy future. The details of these stories and more after the break.
It's game on. And you may not be able to predict the scoreline or who will win each game. And you sure can't predict who will be the champion. But what is predictable is that Quartz has what you need to watch the games the way you want to every time. It's game on. Quartz, bringing value home.
It's something that you can't put into words. A buzz in the air. From the time you wake up, you're ready to go. The freedom, the fantasy, the fete. To know it is to live it and love it. You have to experience it. If you know, you know. Angostura White Oak Rum. New look, same vibes inside.
Welcome to the ZIZ Major Newscast. I am Jamie Morris. 3 people have been charged in connection with what police describe as a multi-million-dollar fraud and money laundering scheme spanning nearly 6 years. According to the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force, the alleged scheme involved efforts to obtain some $50 million through false pretenses and subsequently launder the proceeds. Police say Paul Bilzerian and Terry Stephan of Frigate Bay, along with Gregory Gilpin-Payne of New Road St. Kitts, were formally charged on June 18th at the Bastyr Police Station. Investigators allege that the 3, along with other individuals, were involved in activities that occurred between November 2018 and July 2024. According to police, Bilzerian faces 4 charges: money laundering by transaction, conspiracy to commit money laundering, false pretense, and conspiracy to commit false pretense. Gilpin-Payne faces the same 4 charges. Meanwhile, Stephan has been charged with conspiracy to commit money laundering. Police allege that the accused conspired to obtain $50 million by false pretenses and then engaged in efforts to launder those funds. The charges mark what authorities describe as a significant development in a complex financial crimes investigation. The Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force says investigations remain ongoing. In a statement issued Saturday, the force commended its white-collar crime unit for its work on the case and reaffirmed what it called the Federation's unwavering commitment to combating financial crime. The police statement said St. Kitts and Nevis will not be used as a vehicle for fraud, false pretenses, or the laundering of criminally obtained funds, adding that the force will continue pursuing such matters with the full force of the law. As with all criminal matters, the charges are allegations and the accused are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. In other news, special education teachers from across St. Kitts and Nevis took part in a training session Thursday aimed at helping them better navigate the digital age and create more inclusive learning environments. The one-day UNESCO Media and Information Literacy, or MIL, training was held at the St. Kitts Cooperative Credit Union Conference Room and brought together educators from St. Kitts and Nevis and Grenada through a hybrid format hosted by the government of Antigua and Barbuda. According to organizers, the workshop focused on helping educators strengthen their professional development through media and information literacy, while also exploring ways to use Google Classroom to support inclusive education and remote learning. Education Minister Dr. Jeffrey Hanley addressed participants and highlighted the growing importance of digital literacy in today's society. Dr. Hanley told the educators, quote, "Education is our first line of defense in the fight against misinformation. In a world where a single post can shape minds faster than a textbook chapter, media information literacy is no longer an extra subject. It is a life skill," end quote. Dr. Hanley added that the need for media literacy becomes even more important when addressing the needs of students with disabilities. The minister noted that properly trained educators can help hearing-impaired students assess online information through visual tools and provide adaptive strategies that help students with learning disabilities identify misinformation and stay safe online. He said every classroom, whether physical or virtual, should be a space where no child is left behind in the digital age. Meanwhile, Secretary General of the St. Kitts Nevis National Commission for UNESCO, Ambassador Neris Dockery, stressed the urgency of media and information literacy in an era dominated by digital content. She said students are constantly exposed to vast amounts of information online, making it critical for them to develop the skills needed to evaluate sources, recognize manipulation, and distinguish facts from misinformation. Ambassador Dockery also thanked UNESCO's Regional Office for the Caribbean for facilitating the workshop and emphasized the importance of equipping special education teachers with practical tools and inclusive strategies. According to Dockery, those skills help ensure that all learners, regardless of ability, can think critically, stay safe online, and become responsible digital citizens. Topics covered during the workshop included media and information literacy awareness, media and information literacy curriculum and policy, creating and managing classes using Google Classroom, and enhancing student engagement and real-time remote communication. Organizers say the training forms part of ongoing efforts by UNESCO and regional partners to strengthen digital literacy and inclusive education throughout the Caribbean. In other local news, the federal government and the Nevis Island administration have reaffirmed their shared commitment to achieving energy independence for St. Kitts and Nevis by 2035. Minister of Public Infrastructure, Energy, Utilities, and Domestic Transport, the Honourable Conress Maynard, and Nevis Premier, the Honourable Mark Brantley, used Thursday's energy policy mixer to outline a collaborative approach to the Federation's energy future. Their shared vision includes developing Nevis geothermal resource, expanding solar energy capacity, and linking St. Kitts and Nevis through an undersea cable to create an integrated national electricity network.
Technology is now at our doorstep and make the best use of it. So now what does success look like for St. Kitts and Nevis? I see a St. Kitts and Nevis in 10 years that is fully independent when it comes to energy. That geothermal is largely developed. St. Kitts and Nevis is interconnected with one grid, connected to the Narrows by underground cables, that there are developed and successful solar energy plants on both islands with battery energy storage, that there is a regulator that is shielded from political interference and that survives politics, and that we have turned energy from something that we just use as a commodity into a...
Both leaders said reducing dependence on imported fossil fuels is critical to improving energy security, stabilizing electricity costs, and reducing the impact of global oil price fluctuations. They also pointed to the potential for renewable energy to support water production, agriculture, and wider economic development across the Federation. Premier Brantley said geothermal energy could play a transformative role in improving water security and expanding food production in St. Kitts and Nevis.
The economic transformation is that energy sustainability allows us to do a lot of other things. We in Nevis, look over in St. Kitts, we see you're having some water woes. The minister is under some pressure about water. We too are having some water woes because we're in a drought, and that creates difficulty. But we are surrounded by ocean. Now, why is it we're not using more in terms of desalination? The answer, the cost of energy. So getting cheaper renewable energy allows us now to tap into the ocean for potable water through that process of desalination. It allows us to do it on a much more significant scale. Our farmers, just today a farmer reached out to me and said, oh, I'm struggling because I don't have the water to deal with my crops. Water is a critical aspect to farming. I hope you see how we're ticking. People are talking about SDGs, we're ticking the boxes. So we're talking about energy, sustainability, and sufficiency. That allows us to achieve greater water sustainability and sufficiency. Water sustainability and sufficiency then leads to greater food security and sufficiency because we can now make water available in more abundance and cheaper to our farmers. And then I mentioned the economic sustainability.
Chamber of Industry and Commerce Vice President Sonia Parry said affordable and reliable energy would help improve competitiveness across key sectors of the economy, including tourism and manufacturing. Speakers also emphasized the importance of a strong regulatory framework to support the Federation's long-term transition to renewable energy. Coming up after the break, the federal government is moving forward with a new national addressing system, and St. Kitts and Nevis made its mark at the Caribbean Tourism Association's Caribbean Ball. More after this.
This summer, the Caribbean's premier music experience returns. Welcome to the 28th edition of the St. Kitts Music Festival, featuring the incredible Kilani, Fantasia, Beres Hammond, Luciano, Soca King Marshall Montano, Soca Sensation Voice, and Vaughn. Dancehall giant Movado, Idonia, and the new wave, Valiant. Also featuring Massacre, Cranium, Taurus Riley, Steel Pulse, Dean Fraser and the Black Soil Band, Shanil Mir, Diani, Rodney Tatat, and Zoo. The legendary New Vibes Band International, Brandon and ASAP Band, Shelly and Signal Band, plus Edwin Yearwood and Crossfire, Lucas H.E., and Garlic and the Upper Level Band. June 25th to June 27th, Warner Park Cricket Stadium, St. Kitts. Get your tickets now at stkittsmusicfestival.com. The St. Kitts Music Festival, where music meets paradise.
This is not your ordinary furniture and appliance sale. This is cash back magic at SL Horsford's Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture Home Store.
Cashback magic is here.
Right now. Get style, more value, and more than you expected. Shop beautiful Ashley living rooms, dream bedroom sets, luxury dining collections, washers, refrigerators, stoves, and so much more. Plus, every hire purchase gets you free groceries, special cashback rewards, and unbelievable in-store savings. Why settle for ordinary when you can take home more? Furniture, appliances, cashback rewards, and free groceries. Visit SL Horsford's Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture Home Store today. Cash back magic. More style, more comfort, more savings. More than you ever expected. More value. Savings! More than you expected.
Swipe your card, live your life. National Bank Life is nice. You can spend it when you want it, how you like, where you like. Swipe your card, live your life. National Bank Life is nice, nice. Home or away, any time of the day. Credit or debit, right in your pocket. With National Bank card, so many benefits. Oh yeah, the choice is yours. Just come and embrace it. Live your life your way, with purchases big or small. Mango, nuts, breadfruit and all. You can spend it when you want it, how you like, where you like. Swipe your card, live your life. National Bank Life is nice, nice, nice.
Whenever you need us, we are here. Here in every little moment. Here for our communities. Here in laughter. Here in stress. Here in heart. We are more than a service. We are part of your story. Here with you always.
Welcome back. The government of St. Kitts and Nevis is moving ahead with plans to establish a national addressing system designed to make homes, businesses, and public facilities easier to locate. The initiative will include the naming of streets and the assignment of addresses in communities where many roads currently remain unnamed or unmarked. Postal Advisor Sandra Davern said the system is expected to improve mail and package delivery, support emergency response services, and enhance planning and development across the Federation. Officials also plan to launch a pilot application that will allow residents to participate in the street naming process and provide feedback on proposed names. The project is being supported by the Ministry of Sustainable Development, which has secured funding for updated satellite imagery and aerial surveys to assist with national mapping efforts. Senior Geographical Information System Officer Josiah Burkett said the data collected will help produce more accurate digital maps and three-dimensional models of the Federation's landscape. In other news, the St. Kitts Tourism Authority used a major industry event in London to showcase the Federation to leading figures in the global travel and hospitality sector. St. Kitts served as the headline sponsor of the 2026 CTO Caribbean Ball held at the Underglobe in London. The event brought together more than 200 tourism professionals, industry leaders, and business representatives from across the United Kingdom and the wider travel sector. Guests were introduced to St. Kitts through destination presentations, cultural storytelling, and a three-course menu inspired by the Federation. The destination was also represented by St. Kitts and Nevis High Commissioner to the United Kingdom, Dr. Kevin Isaac, and the reigning Miss Caribbean UK. UK market consultant Chelsea Lewis and trade representative Susie Trott helped coordinate the Federation's participation in the event. A charity auction during the evening included a signed Chelsea FC jersey by England international Cole Palmer, which raised £700, as well as a vacation package sponsored by British Airways. The Tourism Authority said the event formed part of its efforts to strengthen St. Kitts' profile in the United Kingdom, one of its key source markets. When we come back, we'll explain why one CARICOM head is urging his fellow leaders to continue pushing forward with their digital transformation efforts. Stay with us.
Looking for a new vehicle? Horsford's Automotive Division has exactly what you need. Reliable performance, modern design, and a team committed to getting you on the road with confidence. From everyday drives to exciting upgrades, quality and service come standard. Ready to refresh your home? Visit Ashley Furniture Home Store at Horsford's. Discover statement pieces, stylish accents, and comfort designed to elevate your space instantly. Planning a project? The Building Center provides premium paints mixed to perfection and expert guidance every step of the way. Bring your ideas to life with ease. Automotive, home style, building essentials, all in one trusted destination. Make it simple. Make it smart. Experience everything Horsford's has to offer today. Try Horsford's first.
Now loans, cash at the speed of life, so fast you won't believe it. Now loans, cash at the speed of life, right now, right now. If you need cash in a flash with now, no need to fuss, leave it to us. When you need cash in a flash, no need to fuss, leave it to us. Hear me now.
When life throws surprises your way, now's here to help. Whether it's for an urgent bill payment, home improvements, or unexpected health expenses, or even that last-minute holiday trip. With Now, you get cash in a flash, approved in just 24 hours.
Now loans, cash at the speed of life, so fast you won't believe it. Now loans, cash at the speed of life, right now, right now.
A loan product powered by National Bank.
Whenever you need us, we are here. Here in every little moment. Here for our communities. Here in laughter. Here in stress. Here in heart. We are more than a service. Here with you always.
Regional leaders are being urged to work together to ensure the Caribbean is not left behind in the rapidly evolving digital economy. That message came from Grenadian Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell during the opening of a CARICOM meeting of ministers responsible for Information and Communications Technology, or ICT. According to the CARICOM Secretariat, Prime Minister Mitchell, who serves as the lead CARICOM head of government with responsibility for science and technology, called for deeper regional cooperation to accelerate digital transformation across the community. The meeting was held under the theme, Accelerating Digital Development to 2030. Mitchell said digital technologies have become critical to economic resilience, national security, and sustainable development throughout the region. He pointed to progress already being made through initiatives such as the CARICOM Single ICT Space, the Strategic Framework for Digital Resilience 2025 to 2030, and increased collaboration on cybersecurity. If CARICOM is to remain competitive and relevant, we need to act collectively and strategically to ensure that our region is not left at the margins of the global economy, Mitchell said. The Grenadian leader warned that global uncertainty, economic instability, and geopolitical tensions make it increasingly important for Caribbean nations to work together. He noted that issues such as artificial intelligence, digital trade, data governance, and internet governance are reshaping the global landscape and cannot be tackled effectively by individual countries acting alone. According to the CARICOM Secretariat, Mitchell stressed that the region's strength lies in coordinated action and measurable results, stating, quote, "We must move decisively from policy discussions to measurable implementation and outcomes to build a CARICOM digital economy," end quote. Prime Minister Mitchell also highlighted the growing importance of artificial intelligence, describing it as a transformative force with the potential to improve government services, boost productivity, and create new industries. However, he emphasized that AI adoption must be guided by principles of inclusion, trust, and ethical governance. He also underscored the need to invest in digital infrastructure, cybersecurity, modern regulations, and digital skills training, particularly for young people seeking to participate in the digital economy. Mitchell said the region must equip its youth with the tools needed to thrive in an increasingly technologically driven world. The CARICOM Secretariat reports that ministers attending the meeting reviewed and agreed on several frameworks covering digital cooperation, artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, and digital skills development. Those initiatives are expected to help advance the region's digital transformation agenda through 2030. Ahead in international news, an update on the UK Prime Minister's political future as calls for his resignation grow louder. More after this.
Trust in NCI, come to NCI, protect with NCI, only NCI, always here for you, always, NCI is here for you, always, whole life, term life, for your peace, healthcare, health plans, no worries, home shield coverage, you're safe, choose NCI to secure your space, life challenges will come your way, but NCI brightens your day, through your life's journey, we're here to stay, NCI will protect you all the way, whole life, term life, for your peace, healthcare, health plans, no worries, home shield coverage, you're safe, choose NCI to secure your space, trust in NCI, come to NCI, protect with NCI, only NCI, always here for you, always, NCI is here for you, always.
In international news, political pressure is mounting on British Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer as calls grow for him to announce a timetable for his departure from office. The renewed scrutiny follows last week's by-election victory by Labour MP Andy Burnham, a result that political observers say has strengthened his position as a potential challenger for the party's leadership. According to the BBC, senior Labour figures are increasingly urging Sir Keir Starmer to consider stepping aside and allow the party to begin preparing for a transition in leadership. Business Secretary Peter Kyle, a close ally of the Prime Minister, acknowledged on Sunday that Starmer is reflecting on what he described as the political realities facing the Labour Party following Burnham's win in the Makerfield by-election. Kyle told the BBC's Sunday with Laura Koonsberg program that while there is a formal process for changing party leaders, there are also political forces at work that cannot be ignored. The BBC reports that Starmer has so far insisted he would contest any formal leadership challenge, meaning Labour members and affiliated trade unions would ultimately decide the party's future through a leadership election. However, concerns have been raised within Labour that a lengthy leadership contest could deepen divisions within the party, create uncertainty in financial markets, and delay key government decisions. In what many see as a significant shift in tone, Kyle suggested that the Prime Minister is carefully weighing his options. The pressure on Starmer has intensified following reports that several senior cabinet ministers have privately urged him to outline an exit strategy. According to the BBC, Transport Secretary Heidi Alexander and Foreign Secretary Yvette Cooper have joined calls for a timetable for his departure. Home Secretary Shabana Mahmood and Energy Secretary Ed Miliband reportedly made similar appeals following disappointing Labour election results last month. Scores of Labour MPs have also publicly called for either Starmer's immediate resignation or a clear succession plan. Meanwhile, the political drama has attracted attention from abroad. U.S. President Donald Trump weighed in on the situation through a social media post, predicting that Starmer would eventually step down as Prime Minister. Trump criticized Starmer's record on immigration and energy policy, saying the British leader had failed badly, while again advocating for expanded North Sea oil production. According to the BBC, Downing Street said the two leaders had not spoken over the weekend. Burnham's victory in Makerfield marked a rare bright spot for Labour after a string of recent electoral setbacks. The BBC reports that Burnham successfully fought off a challenge from Reform UK and increased Labour's majority in the constituency. Burnham is expected to arrive in Westminster on Monday to formally take up his seat in Parliament. His supporters are encouraging the Prime Minister to reflect on the views of cabinet colleagues, Labour MPs, and his family before deciding on his next move. For now, Sir Keir Starmer remains Britain's Prime Minister and Labour leader, but with pressure building from within his own party, political analysts say the coming days could prove decisive for both his leadership and the future direction of Labour. After the break, we'll have a recap of tonight's top stories.
Trust in NCI, come to NCI, protect with NCI, only NCI, always here for you, always, NCI is here for you, always, whole life, term life, for your peace, healthcare, health plans, no worries, home shield coverage, you're safe, choose NCI to secure your space, life challenges will come your way, but NCI brightens your day, through your life's journey, we're here to stay, NCI will protect you all the way, whole life, term life, for your peace, healthcare, health plans, no worries, home shield coverage, you're safe, choose NCI to secure your space, trust in NCI, come to NCI, protect with NCI, only NCI, always here for you, always, NCI is here for you, always.
Here's a recap of the top stories. 3 charged in alleged multi-million-dollar fraud scheme. Special education teachers receive training in digital creation tools. And the federal government and Nevis Island administration align on energy future. Thanks for watching the ZIZ Evening Major Newscast. I'm Jamie Morris. Have a wonderful week.